This is Amy Dolan with Lemon Lime Kids, and I'm thrilled to be here with Dennis Rainey, President and CEO of Family Life here at the D6 Conference. Welcome, Dennis.
Good to be with you.
Good to be with you. Tell us a little bit about Family Life and what your mission and purpose is with the organization.
Family Life was started in 1976 as really a division of Campus Crusade for Christ that's now Cru, and it was developed as a marriage preparation ministry for the staff of Cru at that time. And if you weren't marrying a Campus Crusade staff person, you couldn't come to our training conferences. But they started getting married, came back, started bringing their family and friends, and it turned into a marriage enrichment conference / marriage preparation. And now 2.5 million people later,
wow,
we have trained a few folks here in America and over 101 countries around the world, and have about 375 staff in Little Rock, Arkansas. We have a daily radio program called Family Life Today. Have a 90-second feature called Real Family Life. And we hold a number of events around the country called The Art of Marriage, Stepping Up to Manhood. These are all done through laymen. And what we're doing is we're turning our resources toward helping couples who have a passion for making a difference in marriages and families where they live, and creating tools they can use that are state-of-the-art tools. And I'd encourage them to go to theartofmarriage.com, check out the trailer. I think they'll see what we're talking about. It's a 6-hour video event that is fresh, edgy, and really is reaching a lot of people. We've had over 285,000 people go through this in the last 18 months.
Wow.
All held by laymen. And we're launching a new one, which is part of what I'm doing here at D6, called Stepping Up. And it's for men. It's for men's groups and for both small groups as well as men's groups of 500,000 or more.
Okay, fantastic. It's quite the ministry. What's your own personal interest in the ministry? Why do you get up and work so hard every single day?
Well, I could pull up a picture of my grandkids and kids at this point. We have 6 children, 5 of whom are married, and 19 grandchildren. And that's why I do what I do. I think this is all about the next generation. And I personally think that the family is in the crosshairs of the enemy, and he is trying to destroy a godly legacy before it has a chance to take root. And what I want to do is equip married couples to go the distance in their marriage, make good on the most important promise they ever make to another person. And we want to equip husbands and wives to be effective in their roles in marriage, as well as fathers and mothers and grandparents, because I think the family is the most basic unit of any civilization.
Sure. Wow, that's great. Okay, so tonight, you referenced this just a minute ago, but tonight at D6 you're going to speak on helping men and fathers step up. So tell us some more, maybe a little sneak peek of that message and why you feel the need to discuss that tonight.
Well, almost 20 years ago, I spoke to a group of people, and I'll reference this tonight, to a group of men who needed to step up. They weren't bad guys. They just needed a little encouragement to do their duty and to do the man thing. And as I gave the message, there were steps behind me, and I found myself stepping up as I gave the message. And I developed it into a full-blown message where I now have steps transported here to the stage that I'll use tonight to illustrate what I'm talking about, because I believe there are 5 steps that every boy, every young man, every man needs to go through in their lifetimes. And I think one of the big problems today is men don't have a vision for what real manhood is. And I started to work on the book called Stepping Up, called A Courageous Manhood. I started to work on it 4 times and had health issues with my extended family, with my wife, financial challenges, challenges in our ministry. But after 20 years and 4 tries, I finally got it, and it's out. And I'm really excited about this book because I think men really like to read stories about other men who've been courageous. It's called Stepping Up, called A Courageous Manhood, and that's what I'm going to share about tonight, because I think men need to be encouraged today. I think the culture is discouraging them, and there's not a lot, even within the Christian community, that encourages men to truly step up and to do their duty.
Yes, right, good. So I'm a woman, and there's a lot of women church leaders here today. So I'm curious, what's in this message for us tonight?
Well, if you're a single woman, this will be a great message to listen to make sure you're calibrated looking for the right man and becoming the right woman. If you're a married woman, this is a great message to hear, to think about how you can help your husband step up. And if you're a mom or a grandmother, this will help you take a look at your boys and realize you've got to cultivate being a man in them and encourage them to do manly things. I think this culture has emasculated a lot of boys, and I think sometimes moms can dote over their sons and not encourage masculinity, biblical masculinity, godly masculinity, a man who initiates, who serves, who knows how to deny himself for a woman. That needs to be cultivated, and I think the family is the greatest incubator where that's grown on the planet. And a lot of women really do like this message because it helps them kind of recalibrate their thinking about what a real man is and what a real man does.
Sure, I could imagine. Okay, so a final word. I mentioned most of my readers are children's ministry leaders, children's pastors. Maybe you could say a final encouragement to the workers who work with children day in and day out of the church tirelessly because they believe in the formation of kids. Maybe you could just leave with an encouraging word.
I'm happy to do that. I've been in ministry 42 years, and I would have to say one of the greatest privileges of my life was being a sixth grade Sunday school teacher for 11 years. I started out with 12 kids in my class. When I finished at the end, after teaching 11 years, all the way through my kids going through the class, by the way. That was my real motive initially as I started out. But it was 75 number of kids that were in the class at the end. And I have to say that teaching assignment remains one of the most noble, high, and holy callings I had, because I run into these young people today who now have their own families, who are now raising their own kids, and they come up to me and they say, Mr. Rainey, thank you for shooting straight with me about what I was going to face in the teenage years. And personally, I think the age group we're under challenging that needs the most attention is 10, 11, and 12 today. I think you can drive a truckload of truth into their hearts because there's not a whole lot of static on the line like there is when they're 13, 14, 15, and on. So stay after it. You're caring for the least of these, and you're having an impact on young people. You have no idea the seeds you're going to plant, how they're going to grow, where they're going to bloom, and the fruit that they're going to bear. Stay after it. Don't give up, and don't lose heart of well-doing.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.